Hi guys. Today I'm going to answer some questions that I got in comments that I asked about. I'm doing a video in Spanish too. Actually, I was just doing it, but I just needed a break because it's so hard for me to speak in Spanish for long periods of time. I'm just not good enough yet. But firstly, I wanted to say thank you for 25k subscribers. How bizarre. I didn't expect that. I sort of, a year and some change ago made a silly video that was a joke, thinking, yeah, I'll continue doing it if anyone happens to like my silly video. Someone liked my silly video enough that I did another video and then another one, and now I have 25,000 subscribers, and it's weird. And I appreciate you guys. I don't comment and reply as much as I wish I did, but that's because I'm kind of actually pretty shy, which is a strange thing to say of someone who chooses, from someone who chooses to be on YouTube. Like that you're shy, but there are different kinds of shyness. Like, I'm better at addressing an audience than addressing people one-on-one. I've never had trouble public speaking, but I'm not good at one-on-one interactions nearly as much. So I'm sorry that I have not responded as much, but I appreciate you guys, and I do read all of the comments. I really do. So thank you. Okay, I'm also sorry. I'm a little bit sniffly and very yawny. I keep yawning. It's a problem. Okay, so I thought I'd do this in English now because it's definitely just easier for obvious reasons for me to do something in English. So I have my notebook here. This is mostly my Spanish notebook, but I've been using it for ASMR too. So, okay. So I have 50 questions or something, but yeah. Ugh. I keep yawning. My face is so red from yawning. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's get started. Let's do this. Yeah, I'm not super dressed up. I know I'm wearing my sweatshirt, which I probably was wearing before in another video where I said I'm not dressed up much. Sorry. But this is just kind of me most of the time. Wearing a sweatshirt and leggings. Okay, question 1. What's your name? My name is Whitney. Yes, like Whitney Houston. Everyone asks that, and the answer is yes. Before anyone asks that, yes, like Whitney Houston. Everyone likes Whitney Houston now, but when I was growing up and no one liked Whitney Houston, she was a joke, and then she died, and everyone was like, yeah, I stan Whitney Houston, and I'm like... Anyway, so growing up it was always like, haha, like Whitney Houston, that woman. But now people are like, oh, like Whitney Houston, I love her, and I'm like, sure you do. I've never really listened to her. My parents did. But I've never really listened to her much, but people, Anyway, that's just a rant. That's silly. I'm going on about that for nothing. 2. How old are you? I'm 27, which people seem to not really believe, but it's true. It's really, really true. It's truesies true, guys. I'm 27. I'm closer to 30 than I am to 20. My mom also looks really young and always has. I have pictures of her at 26 and 43 looking just the same. She's also never changed her hair, so it's pretty distinctive hair. So I don't know. It's just how we are. We're vampires or something. I don't know. A lot of these are also about Spanish because a lot of my questions are from Spanish speakers because most of the audience is Spanish speakers. But I'm still going to answer them in English. So 3. What motivated you to speak Spanish? Or to start to speak Spanish? I don't know exactly. I do like the language a lot, and I think it's a very pretty language. I also just have some friends who speak Spanish who were my roommates in college, and I really just regretted not taking that opportunity to learn more with them. It really was just a bad call on my part, but I was also really shy about it. I'm really embarrassed because, in high school, I've been made fun of before for speaking Spanish badly and having not such a good accent. So I was always really self-conscious, so And then I did my video that was in a bunch of languages, and people were like, do you have a Spanish video? So I thought, well, why not? You know, I'll just try to do a silly Spanish video, and now here I am, like half Spanish language content creator, even though I'm not very good. 4, what are your long-term dreams and goals? It's hard to say because I'm not actually very ambitious these days. I was a very ambitious youth. Like I was like, I'm going straight to grad school. I was 17 in my first year of college, and I went into my first professor's, like my first class for my major's professor's office. It was just like, how do I get into grad school? And then by the time I was graduating at, 20, I was like, actually, I just want to rest. I just want to sleep. I don't want to do anything. So I haven't gone to grad school, obviously, yet. Maybe one day, maybe not. It doesn't matter to me. So yeah, but my goals are kind of just to do my thing and be happy. It means, I'm not very career focused. I don't really have a career as such. Something that I'm planning on like climbing a ladder, and I kind of just want to be able to do my hobbies and stuff. I want to be able to do ASMR. I wouldn't mind doing some writing sometimes. Like I do writing. I played around with the idea of maybe just throwing writing into the ether, just tossing out on Amazon, like self-publishing Amazon. Who knows? But that's kind of what I think. Sort of my thing is just to be happy, as sort of, lame as that sounds. I guess in terms of self-bettering goals, I would like to make myself have a good sleep schedule and good eating schedule and stuff, because I don't really eat well. I end up forgetting to eat and then feeling really dizzy and nauseous, and then I can't eat because I feel nauseous, and it's silly, and then I end up staying up late, and I just sort of have trouble with that. So I guess those are some goals. Where are you from? I'm from California. Favorite color? My favorite color is blue. It's always been blue. It's probably always going to be a blue. When I was a kid, I loved blue. It's never changed. I don't know why. I just love blue so much. I mostly don't wear blue because it's not the best color on me. Like I mostly wear like burgundy and olive green and some grays. But everything else, I always pick blue. I get like really salty if there's like a blue game piece in a board game and someone else snatches it up, and I'm like, excuse me? Blue is my color. Who do you think you are? The only thing worse is when someone, like a younger sibling comes and thinks that they get to be player 1 in a game, and you're like, I'm player 1. Actually, though, I just really like blue. I don't know why. 7, hobbies. I have a ton of hobbies, and a lot of them I'm not any good at, and many of them I'm only kind of good at. Basically, all of them I'm only kind of good at if I'm not good at them. I'm a person with a ton of weird small hobbies I sometimes do, like a lot of them. So like I do ASMR, obviously. I read a lot. I read so much. My main thing probably is reading these days, because I just listen to audiobooks. I listen to them on double speed most of the time. If it's something that's a bit denser, then I'll like lower it to 1.5 speed, and I have my only Spanish audiobook going at I think like 0.85 times speed. But yeah, like I just blow through books. I just like devour books, and as such, saying with that said, I guess then I might want to include piracy as a hobby. But shh, I didn't say that. I'm kidding. That's a joke. That's 100% a joke. I wouldn't do that. That's a joke. Also, I have a keyboard. I don't like playing piano very much, and I'm not good at it. For some reason, I just cannot pick it up. My dad is really good at piano. My brother's really good at piano. Maybe I blame my dad a bit for like not teaching me, but like when I was younger, he really should have. But I guess I have to blame myself partially for not like asking him to do it more. So, I don't like it very much though. It feels like typing to me. It's not the same as guitar, which feels very like expressive to me. It feels like a right thing to do and play, and I like it a lot. And when I don't play guitar very well, I feel like it doesn't matter. I was still having fun. When I don't play piano very well, I'm like, well, I didn't achieve my goal. This is stupid. I'm putting it away. I also play video games. I don't play many different video games, but the ones I play the hell out of. Like, someone recommended Hyrule Warriors early on when I started doing ASMR, and I have since logged, like 700 hours of Hyrule Warriors. I can't even tell you how much Breath of the Wild I played. It's ridiculous. So I like video games, but just a few of them. I used to draw a lot, so sometimes I like drawing. I also sometimes, but very rarely, wood burn. See, like I'm serious. I just have a ton of very strange small hobbies. So I would burn sometimes, but rarely. I'm not good at it. I do it because like I bought some wood burned necklaces and really liked them and was like, maybe I can do it myself. And I kind of can, but I also once burned a hole in my blanket because I did it in bed. Don't ask me why. I just did. I also used to knit some, but it hurts my wrists. And I can only make scarves. Let's see, what else crazy absurd hobbies do I have? I hike these days, sometimes like weekly, so I like that. I have a lot of hobbies. One of my hobbies that I'm glad to say I think I've retired is arguing with my family on Facebook. That's, I think, over. I think I'm done with that. In fact, using Facebook is kind of gone, so that's good. I feel like I probably have more hobbies, but I can't think of them. Yeah, nope. But yeah, writing, reading, music in general. Yeah. Wait, did I say singing? I said guitar. I don't know if I said singing, but singing is like one of my favorite things at all to do, period. I'm not extremely good at it, but I really like doing it. It just is like, if I couldn't sing, I would feel so bad all the time. Like, I'm a person who sings in the shower. I sing out of the shower. I sing in the car. I sing like to myself walking on the street, like not out loud because that's annoying and I'm not an annoying person. It's the one upside of masks is I can like be in a store just like, singing along with my song and no one can see and think, wow, that person is definitely crazy. I started playing guitar because I wanted something to sing with. I just really love singing. I love it. It's great. It's a lot of fun. Okay, 8. Job. I just work like an administrative job. It's nothing interesting. It's like I said, I don't have like a career where I'm trying to like move up. I just have a job where I can pay my too high rent and stuff, and be able to buy things occasionally and stuff like that. Siblings. So I have siblings. I have 2 siblings. I have my brother. He's my younger brother, who is 2 years younger than me, and we're very, very close. Like very close. He's maybe my best friend. And just like one of the people I rely on the most and stuff like that. He's great. And my stepbrother, who is also great, but he's much younger than me, so it's harder to say. I don't know him as well because like we've not lived together most of the time and stuff, but yeah, he's 6 years younger than me, so yeah. So also my stepbrother, who is much younger than me, and I could stand to know more because we didn't live together most of the time growing up. And yeah, we have the same birthday actually, which is pretty weird and pretty funny. It's just nice because I will never forget his birthday, although I think he always beats me in texting me for my birthday, and then I feel like he thinks I forgot, which I didn't. But yeah, so it's sort of the issue with being considerably older and you move out and they live, both of you have a different parent that you stay with sometimes and stuff like that. So that's my sibling situation. I also have a ton of cousins and I'm the oldest of all of them. 10. Dreams. If this means hopes and dreams, I kind of already said that. If this means dreams, the answer is I have lots of vivid dreams that wake me up, and I wake up and don't feel very good, and a lot of them are stressful. And now don't really remember them most of the time, but I'm just one of those people who has like really vivid, stressful dreams, and it feels like I'm awake. Like, and doesn't feel very restful. It's annoying. 11. Do you play any instruments? So yeah, like I said, I play guitar. Not very well. I play piano even worse. And I also used to play clarinet when I was younger. I also never got extremely far with that. But it was fun. I liked it. Probably liked it more than piano, but less than guitar. I mean, certainly less than guitar. Okay. Okay, so someone's asked me, like in Spanish, said, which is totally fair because I can't tell the difference between most Spanish accents and couldn't pinpoint where people are from, except like, I guess I know some of the things for Spain Spanish, but you know, so this is fair. I get it. It's fine. No judgments at all. But someone said that they basically assumed I lived in England and asked what it's like to live in England, and I've never been to England. I'm not English. I'm not English, British. I always forget the distinction. See, I'm really not British or English. I've never been to the UK. I've never been to Europe. So I can't answer what it's like to live in England. If you want to know what it's like to live in the US, that's a hard question because it's a huge country and everything is extremely different. I'm yawning and trying not to. California is very different from like Texas is very different from like New York or Maine or Montana, or you know, so it's all very different. I like where I live, like my state and stuff like that. I would consider not living here, depending. And I did live in Asia for a year, and I have mixed feelings about that. But yeah, like where in California, it's overall quite liberal and stuff like that, which I also am. And it works for me. It's good for me for like who I am. Just my general identity with like my beliefs and general self and stuff like that. Because like I sort of struggle living in like a very religious state or something like that. Because I'm not. It's fine for people who are. My brother, I'm very close to, is, but I'm not. So it makes it hard to, I can't answer if someone says like, what church do you go to or something, like a lot of places do in the South and stuff. So I'm comfortable where I am. Favorite bands, 14. My favorite bands are Fall Out Boy and Motion City Soundtrack, for the most part. Oh my god. But I also, and this isn't a band, but the other one I would put up in there, musician, is Billy Joel, who I grew up listening to with my dad a lot. There's, always been a huge Billy Joel fan, so I like them. Aside from that, I mostly just listen to, like, emo music. So I like Taking Back Sunday, I like Say Anything, I like Brand New. My Chemical Romance is fine, I guess. I like, like 4 My Chemical Romance songs. I've never been that into them. As a friend once said to me, there were two types of emo kids in the world: Fall Out Boy emo kids and My Chemical Romance emo kids, and I was very much a Fall Out Boy emo kid. And if you were an emo kid, you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, it's hard to explain to anyone else. You just won't get it. But yeah, not bands, but I also listen to musicals and stuff a lot. So I'm a big fan of like Les Mis. It's probably my favorite musical. It's very special to me. And Rent, and just a bunch of them. I like the Book of Mormon. Yeah, Phantom of the Opera is fine. I listen to it, but it's kind of overrated, not gonna lie. I listen to Wicked sometimes, but I feel like it's also a little bit overrated, not gonna lie. I've actually never seen Hamilton though, or listened to Hamilton, which I know it's blasphemy. My favorite songs, 15. was trying to think of these earlier, and for some reason it was so difficult. For Fall Out Boy, my favorite songs are like Bang the Doldrums and Hum Hallelujah and Nobody Puts Baby in the Corner. But I like probably most Fall Out Boy songs quite a bit. And with Fall Out Boy, I think it varies. My favorite songs, it varies on how they're my favorite a lot. So like, is it fun to sing? Or do I like it because it's meaningful, or a combination? But a lot of Fall Out Boy songs, it's just because like they're really fun to like sing and dance and be silly too. So those are my favorite Fall Out Boy songs. Motion Sea soundtrack, Everything Is Alright is a classic. Even If It Kills Me is also very special. I like it a lot. Modern Chemistry is a really good song, and also from the same album there's Indoor Living and Perfect Teeth and A-OK. I don't know why Motion Sea soundtrack I can just like name forever. They're more special to me than Fall Out Boy. Like I don't want to say one is better to me than like I prefer one, because it really depends, but Motion Sea soundtrack is very special to me. And then also Billy Joel songs. Billy Joel has like my favorite song of all time, my overall favorite song of all the favorite songs, which is Summer Highland Falls. It's a beautiful song. It's really lovely. It's great. There's also a cajillion other good Billy Joel songs. Miami 2017, I've Loved These Days. Is there another song from Turnstiles I'm trying to think of from that album? I mean, that whole album is good, but those might be the three I'm thinking of the most. There's also like The Ballad of Billy the Kid is very good. New York State of Mind is obviously very good. And then you have like just, I mean, I could also name Billy Joel songs forever. Sleeping with the Television On is a good song, like a really good song. You know, Only the Good Die Young is a very good song. There are just endless good Billy Joel songs as well. So now I feel like I've been mean to Fall Out Boy or something. I like them, but I just haven't been rattling off titles. I don't know why. And then the only other song that comes to mind that is like a big favorite of mine. Oh my god. This is ridiculous. My yawning. Is A Day in the Life by the Beatles. I'm not a huge Beatles fan. I do like Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band overall, but I really love A Day in the Life. Do you play any sports? No. That's it. That's all I have to say. No. Yeah, I think I said that I've started hiking some, and I play Ring Fit Adventure somewhat often these days, but I just don't play any sports. I don't watch any sports. I don't like sports. I'm just not a sporty person. No. I'm really clumsy. Actually, you can't tell as much because my nails are long now, but once in PE I was catching a football because I had to. It wasn't something I wanted to do. And I regret even trying now because it actually jammed my finger, and now this finger is like a little bit shorter than the pointer finger on the other side. Sports have been nothing but cruel to me. Also, the number of times I've had like soccer balls kicked into my face, it's in PE. You know, glad I've never broken glasses. They're not very nice to me. Sports, that is. 17. Do you have pets? Yes, I have 2 pets. Not counting the pepper plant I'm now growing, that's actually going well. I've never been able to grow plants, and now I have 2 pepper plants and a cactus and 2 succulents of some kind and something else. But I have 2 living animal pets. And one of them is my dog Sam, who I post pictures of with like most of my posts and stuff like that because he's so cute. He's 5. He's a mutt. I have no idea what he is. And he's a fucking weirdo. He's so weird. He's so weird. I've never seen such a neurotic dog. He makes like, oh god, my dog. You know what? One day I'll do it like soft spoken. I'll do a whispered video about Sammy and how fucking weird he is. Yeah, guys, don't worry. I'm gonna tell you all about how weird Sam is, and you guys will get to be as relaxed as possible, understanding how goddamn weird my dog is. Okay. And also I have a frog, who is a bit older. He's 7 or 8. He's a white tree frog, and he may not be too long for this world, which is pretty sad because I love him too. But, you know, it's what happens. So, I'll put a picture of my frogs here somewhere, like, on the screen when I post this, before I post this. Favorite food. I really like Mediterranean and Middle Eastern food. So I like chicken shawarma wraps and dolmas and falafel and all these things. I also don't eat pork, so Middle Eastern food is usually a little safer for me to eat. It's complicated. There's not really a good explanation for why I don't eat pork. It's just complicated and silly. I would rather not have a dietary restriction, but it's a hard thing to break a dietary restriction you've had your whole life. So it's kind of convenient and easy to eat. Oh god, I almost forgot. There's like Uyghur food that's found in cities in China is really good. Like really just some of the best food you'll ever find in your life. Like they'll often be described as like Chinese Muslims. And the food there is just like astoundingly good. Also very convenient because in China they eat a lot of pork and it's very hard to avoid, but not at those restaurants. But also the other thing, so I like Mediterranean food, and I like I guess probably fairly Americanized Mexican food. I'm not really sure, but I don't mean like Taco Bell. I mean I'll eat Taco Bell, it's fine. I'm not a snob like that. He's just like, I won't even touch Taco Bell. I won't even touch Chipotle. I'm so much better than that. No, that's fine. I'm not above those things. But what I mean is like carne asada fries and carne asada nachos and things like that. Really good. Fantastic foods. I would eat them. I would dive into like a pit of that shit and eat it endlessly until I was dead. 19. What countries do you want to visit? So the countries I have sort of planned to visit someday, are like, I want to go to Europe. I've never been to Europe. I am pretty interested in history, but I've taken to being interested in Christian history, which has led to an interest in Roman history a fair bit. I've tried reading about Greek history, but it doesn't catch me as much. So I would like to visit Italy and visit lots of spots that may be mentioned in various history things. So, you know, just, yeah, I would like to go around. I just like to travel around in general. I want to see all these places I've not gotten to go to and stuff. People have also asked about Latin American countries I would like to go to, and the answer is I don't know very much about them. And I'm open to visiting lots of places and would like to, just because I always sort of want to visit places where they speak the language I've studied. It's kind of cool, I think. Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of cool. Nervous because you don't necessarily know the accent, and that makes it harder to understand, like by far. Like I listen to people speaking Mexican Spanish most of the time when I do hear Spanish. So then I hear a YouTube video with like someone from Peru speaking and it sounds really different, and I'm like, oh god, I'm not prepared for this. But yeah, I mean, like I can't say that there are many places I would not like to visit. I don't like the traveling part of traveling, but I do like being in new places. I hate flights and stuff. I really, really hate flying. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much open to checking out as many places I could go. It's cool and interesting, and I just like, you know, looking at things and checking them out. I'm not much of a people person, so I kind of just like looking at things, looking at people, looking at stuff, you know. Yeah. Yep. What countries have I visited? I've gone all around the US, which I think is worth saying just because it's such a big country, even though I live here, obviously. So I've visited lots and lots of states, most states, I guess. I've been in Mexico, like literally right over the border, and I've been in Canada, like literally right over the border, so barely counts. Oh, also I got off a plane in Vancouver once and had to set up a long layover so that I could go and explore a little teeny bit on my way back from Shanghai when I moved back. So that was kind of nice. It's a very, very pretty place. It was winter though, so it was cold. And I've been to China and I've been to Japan. I spent about a week in Japan visiting in Osaka, Kyoto, and Tokyo, and it was very cool. I would like to go back and just have a bit of a better, like a longer visit or a more organized visit, things like that. But you know, lots of places to go. But yeah, and also China. China's very pretty. It's a really pretty country. Like taking the train from like Shanghai to Beijing, it's a pretty longish train ride, and it's just so beautiful. It's ridiculous. Favorite animal? I like dogs a lot. I like dogs more than I used to. I've just sort of been internalizing how special they are as creatures, like just how we evolved as species together, and it's just kind of beautiful. But also I like tigers. I've always just liked tigers. I think they're kind of really cute and also extremely deadly, so they're pretty cool. I guess with that said, bears are pretty cool too. That sounded very low random for I feel, but no, I've just always liked tigers. Like, I think it is kind of just cool thinking about how, this is going to sound kind of stupid, bear with me for a moment here, but I've only just realized in the last few years how just enormous some animals are and how deadly some animals are and things like that. And it's really astounding to just think about encountering them and stuff like that. It's just so crazy and sort of, I don't know, just interesting thinking about. It's interesting thinking about how we actually have some fairly large animals that we're just totally fine with. Like if you approach a lab, like a dog, it's like, yeah, this is fine, nothing bad could happen. If a much smaller raccoon approaches you or something, then you're just like, oh god, this is the worst thing ever. So like wild animals, even just smaller, pretty like surprising. But you know, big animals, wow, pretty impressive. It's pretty crazy. My brother likes bears, so he's talked about bears a lot, and I think they're pretty cool. When he's talked about them, I agree with him that they're fairly cool. But I like tigers. Some guilty pleasures, 22. I mean, mostly young adult novels and just what I eat. Like, so young adult novels a lot. I just like plow through them. Don't really feel bad if I read 50 YA novels in a year or something. That doesn't matter if you end up reading 150 books. Like, people will still be like, what? Why did you do that? And it's like, because I was reading a ton of books. Leave me alone. Everyone watches trash TV. Leave me alone. I also really like candy. It's a problem. I'll eat. Let me repeat, because I know someone's gonna say, I don't believe you're 27 now that you said this. I am 27 and I'm about to say this. I still eat pixie sticks sometimes, which if you don't know what they are, they're just like straws of pure sugar, pure flavored sugar. They're just sugar, and I still like eat them sometimes. It's a problem. It's bad. I don't know what's wrong with me, frankly. Yeah. So and what did you want to be, 23, what did you want to be when you were little? I wanted to be an inventor. I don't know what I wanted to invent, but I wanted to invent something. Not like one day I want to make a thing, but like if you've seen a series of unfortunate events and there's Violet Baudelaire who just is an inventor and invents stuff, that's what I wanted to be, except a series of unfortunate events wasn't out yet. Like I just wanted to be like, there's a problem, I will make a thing now. My parents made a huge mistake of teaching me how to tie my shoes, which was a silly thing to do, because then I got a hold of string and tied up everything in the attic because I was just making stuff. Yeah, I also first went through a like weird phase when I was about 10 where I wanted to be a lawyer. My mom, I was once not wanting to do my homework. I was complaining about it, and my mom was like, you know, when you're a lawyer, you'll have to do way more writing than this. And I was like, oh, dream killed. I'm just gonna go into academia. She was trying to encourage me by doing that. Didn't realize that it would be so discouraging. And that it would also drive me into the arms of something where I'm doing even more writing. Anyway, yeah. I'm gonna take a break. I'll probably just have to cut this and finish it again later. So, yeah, just because this is actually very long. And I wasn't really prepared for how long it would be for some reason today. As you guys know, I record things for very long times usually, but I'm really flagging today, so yeah. So I'll finish this, and I'll talk to you guys soon, I guess, since I'll just do the other part. Yeah, okay.